rituals and summoning spirits. First and foremost, I'm going to show y'all how this shit is done and why certain shapes are used. But first, I got to let y'all know the science behind how do you detect how do you basically locate a spirit. Like, what would be like the calling number of a spirit? So like how you call my phone to get me, how would you call a spirit cell phone? Now, when we're dealing with locating a spirit, we have to understand that your first chakra houses the energies of the constellations, in this case the zodiac sign. Remember, a constellation is a group of stars which form a particular pattern. A zodiac sign is a group of stars which form a particular pattern that the sun passes through on its travel around the galaxy. Remember, the sun is not stationary. It's traveling and it's pulling the planets with it in a vortex, not centered and then being rotated. It's traveling and pulling the 9 planets at 70,000 kilometers per hour. Now, why is this important? Because you have the zodiac scale on a size of months and years. For this particular video, I'm going to be dealing with the zodiac on a scale of years. So when we're dealing with the zodiac on a scale of years, remember, usually when you see the zodiac on a scale of months, Aries is to your right. If you were looking at the zodiac picture in your face, Aries would be on your right, which would be to the east, and then Virgo would be on your left, which would be west. But then when you're dealing with on the years, you got Aries on the west and you got Virgo on the east. The starting point is Virgo. So for the zodiac sign on a spiritual level, remember, Virgo is always to the right. I mean, on a year level, on basically how long it takes for the sun to travel through each house, which is 2,160 years, Virgo is always on the right. Starts at Virgo and it travels towards Pisces. When we're dealing with the zodiac on a scale of months, for each 30 days, aka 30 degrees, each one day is we move a degree through each zodiac, then Aries is always on the right and Virgo is always on the left. So right now we're dealing with yearly because we're dealing with souls on a summoning level. Now, first we gotta understand is when souls reincarnate, they travel to constellations. The sun is a portal. You get your soul from the sun, hence souls of your hands, souls of your feet, solar plex, solar system. You get your soul from the solar system, and you get your body from the planets. This is why your body is made up of all the chemical elements on a periodic elements table chart that are natural, and everything in the universe can be found biochemically in you, because you get your body from the planet, you get your soul from the sun. Everything must return from which it came. That's why when you pass away, die, whatever you want to call it, I call it when a soul ejects from its vessel, your body goes back to the planet which it came, and your soul goes back to the solar system from whence it came. Now, why is it important? Because upon your soul traveling to get here, it used a certain star pattern, and the energies that it picked up from those suns, because each star is a sun, the energies it picked up from those specific star patterns become stored and housed in the first chakra, and when that soul reincarnates, it has those energies accessible to it in its first chakra. And this is how, no matter who you are, depending upon your day and time of which you reincarnated, we can tell certain characteristics or traits that you have, aka your zodiac sign, because from telling that, we know which way you came here, where you came from. I mean, we know where you came from or which path you took to get here during reincarnation, because you still have those energies, and those energies, no matter what you do, they will be manifested differently in you. So every Virgo, every Aries, every person sign, know that person is not exactly the same, but they all have characteristics and traits that they cannot get around because they all picked them up while coming here. Now, why is this important? When we're dealing with summoning souls, y'all, I want to show y'all this picture I printed out for y'all, and I drew on that with the permanent marker. So I'm finna get into this. Y'all see the constellations. When we dealing with summoning souls, and y'all seeing people do rituals, and they had the triangles and the squares in the middle of the circles, this is why. Because when we dealing with summoning souls, remember, the sun is a portal for your soul. So when someone passes away, I'm gonna get back into that in a minute, but I want y'all to get that in your head. When someone passes away, they go back into that portal. So you have to call them from that portal or where they are on that dimension. So why is it important? First of all, some of y'all motherfuckers are so narrow-minded and blind. Y'all don't believe in ghosts. Y'all don't believe in nothing past what y'all can see. So I have to let y'all know this realm is real. A ghost is just you without a body. So when you drive in your car, you're a driver. When you get out, you're a pedestrian. When you're in your body living your life, you're a human. When you get out, you're a light entity. So you have some light entities that are intelligent and have surpassed their experiences that were needed to incarnate, so now they just exist on that realm. Now, what is that realm? The fourth dimension. What is the fourth dimension? Anything that is past 3-dimensional. So anybody who deals with art know you got 1 dimension, 1 line, 2 dimensions, 2 lines, 3 dimensions, 3 lines. When something's 3-dimensional, it's able to be seen from 3 different perspectives. Hence the physical realm. When you have a fourth dimension is something that can be seen past 4 different perspectives. So that will be the physical self, and then you stepping out of the physical shell to actually observe the physical realm. That is what we call the fourth dimension, 4D, aka fourth density level. The ghost or the spirit that you can't see is just something that is too dense. It's less dense. It's too light. It's not composed physically enough for the physical eyes to pick it up. It's just like water. You see water, you see ice, then when it evaporates, it becomes so light in its density that you can't just see it. Just like oxygen. Oxygen is so light in its density, you can't just see it until it gets cold outside and the molecules come together and become more combusted together or compressed. And then when you breathe in the wintertime, now you can see the oxygen. But in the summertime, when everything's free flowing and there's sunlight causing it to be less compressed, you can't see it. So now why is it important? You have intelligent beings that are not dense enough for you to see, but they actually live lives and hold intelligence and cause effects on physical realities. Now this is what you would call spirits, ghosts, phantoms, jinns, whatever you want to call them. Some is good, some is bad. Now skipping this because I want to stay on point. How do you call these beings? Well, first of all, you got to choose who you want to call.